I saw this online in the Detroit Free Press. The Athletic released its annual National Hockey League broadcast survey rankings. It polls its national audience to vote for favorite play-by-play and color commentator pairings. And coming in at number 1, the Red Wings' Ken Daniels and Mickey Redmond. How cool is that?
Too good.
Yeah.
Yep.
We've been paired together since 1997. I didn't realize it was that long. Of course, we're caught up with our own Ken Cal, and Paul Woods that have been teamed up for a lot of years, but this was a TV thing. But congratulations to Ken Daniels and Mickey Redmond for being number 1 in the Athletic survey of best play-by-play and color commentators. Hopefully the Red Wings give them a chance to have a longer broadcast season next season. Get those playoff games going again. And speaking of, with the Stanley Cup final beginning tomorrow night, you got Florida and Edmonton competing. There's a couple of guys that are making news in Colorado because it's become known that there's guys, Jeremy Malone and Judson Diamond are their names. They own a sports bar, which on January 26th of this year was burned by an arsonist. Man, how tough is that? They're hoping, though, to be able to, through insurance as well as other monies they hope to win, keyword hope to win, through the Stanley Cup playoffs, will be more than enough to get them established again. A couple of weeks before the arsonist struck, they placed a 3-team parlay with BetGM Sportsbook, and so far they have hit. The Kansas City Chiefs won the Super Bowl. The European soccer power Real Madrid claimed the Champions League title. And if the Edmonton Oilers win the Stanley Cup, the payout will be nearly $600,000.
Whoa.
Yeah. Imagine that.
What'd they put down on it?
It doesn't say what the original bet was. That was my question, was what did it take for them to get to the... Oh, I'm sorry. It does say here. I was reading something wrong here. It's a $1,000 wager.
Wow.
They're gamblers.
Yeah.
And they admit it. But for a chance to return $600,000 if... And they are very clever gamblers, as one of the guys says. We have also taken out a partial hedge bet on the Panthers in case the Oilers don't come through. So we'll have a profit either way. Won't be as big, but we'll have a profit either way. That's pretty good if you're gambling and you can guarantee yourself a profit. I'm pulling for the Oilers now. I was pulling for them anyway. I'd like to see a Canadian team win the Stanley Cup for the first time, and I've forgotten how long it is now.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. All right, let's get on to the Stanley Pup. So for the first time ever, and it starts tonight, the NHL has teamed up with a national nonprofit organization called Petco Love. Petco Love offers adoptable dogs, and they have partnerships across the country. They work with animal shelters and rescues. And tonight, premiering on the NHL Network at ESPN Plus, you are going to be able to see the Stanley Pup. What it is, it's going to feature special appearances by celebrity dog owners, including Kristen Chenoweth, Mickey Guyton, Miranda Lambert, Heather McMahon, Lisa Vanderpump, Tricia Yearwood, and many more. NHL players will be appearing throughout the show, too, to introduce dogs available for adoption and support local pet adoption. And apparently they're going to have some kind of dog fun and competitions, kind of like like the Puppy Bowl with the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
that kind of situation.
But on ice.
Yeah. Or I think at least it's an ice rink. I don't know if it's real ice, though. One of the things they've done, though, is they've taken the 16... Now, all 32 teams are going to be represented by a dog. But specifically, they've taken the playoff teams this year, and they have highlighted those with special dog names and jerseys. And I put a link up on the morning team page. Here's a look at some of the dogs wearing their team jerseys. So
that is adorable.
Isn't that wearing the Capitals jersey? That one's got the Maple Leaf jersey, and that one's just got the scarf, but still got dressed up. And some of the representations based on NHL players and dogs. For example, one of the dogs' nicknames is based on Alex Ovechkin, very, very popular player.
Yep.
No, now introduce you to Alex Ovechkin. Austin Matthews of the Maple Leafs is Austin Matthews. Yeah, I can see a dog doing that. Connor Hellebuck with the Jets is now Connor Yellerpuck. Connor McDavid of the Oilers playing for the Stanley Cup is now Connor McDoodle. From the Lightning, Nikita Kucherov is now Nikita Kucherov. Yes.
Yep. That one's pretty easy to do.
From the Bruins, David Pasternak is David Pupsternak.
All right.
From Florida, Sergei Bobrovsky is Sergei Bobrovsky.
That's a good one.
From Dallas, Joe Pavlesky is now Joe Pawlesky.
That one's a stretch.
Yeah, it is,
that one's a stretch.
Yeah, I'd say some of these are pretty rough.
Thank you, Mike. There's a couple of other dogs, though. You see them all on display. But all 32 teams are represented. Just the 16 have these special jerseys and the special names. I put a link up on the Morning 2 page again for this. This is tonight. And it says here on the NHL Network and ESPN Plus tonight. It'll be on Sportsnet tomorrow, and then it will re-air next Friday on the Monumental Sports Network. So if you missed it, you have a chance to get to it.
It's a shame they're not doing any for the Red Wings. Like, you've got some good opportunities here.
Go ahead.
Dylan Barkin.
Got it written down.
Yep.
Yes. I got another one I've channeled. What are we channeling here?
I've got Patrick Kane Corso, because that's a dog ring.
Oh, okay. I had Patrick K9.
K9. That's even better.
That's frightening to think we're on the same wavelength here, Jonathan. So, if they ever need Red Wings names, come to us. We'll take care of you.
Absolutely.
Stanley Pup Championship.